It's kind of easy to see, at least on this channel, I absolutely love the Nintendo Switch. Somehow, someway, I've pigeonholed myself into becoming a Nintendo YouTuber and just talking about the Switch, but that's probably for the best because Nintendo's what I know the most about and what I'm most passionate about in gaming. But there is another side to this. We have to be fair. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things I hate about the Nintendo Switch. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, if we could sum up my channel, it would probably be ass kissing to Nintendo. I absolutely love the Switch. It is what it is, but it's not perfect. There's a bunch of things I don't enjoy. So I thought it would be kind of different, wacky, weird, and fun to tell you 10 things I don't like about the Switch that kind of drive me insane. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, and down below is a link to Discord and Instagram. Follow those, and this weekend on stream right here on YouTube, I'm going to be giving away some stuff on stream to give back to my community. So just make sure you like and subscribe and follow both links down below, and you can be entered in this giveaway. But let's get into the things I don't like about the Switch. So the first one really isn't that big of a deal, but it's something that kind of drives me insane, and it's having the background have no themes or background music. It's just either black or white. And, you know, I thought it is what it is. It's not like old Nintendo consoles had this. But then this year I got a 3DS. And the first thing that I did when I got a 3DS was set a theme. And I was like, whoa, that was pretty simple. Why couldn't they do that on the Switch? And the crazy thing is, Nintendo loves money. It's what they power themselves up with. And they could sell us themes. People would buy them. Just backgrounds for your Switch, $1 a piece. You would make millions and millions of dollars just selling pictures of art that you already own the license for. This is business 101. Also, if the background could have like some old like Miiverse or Nintendo Wii music, dude, I would just sit there and vibe out all day. It would be a move. So probably one of the main things wrong with the Switch is the eShop. That thing is absolutely freaking horrendous. It is a nightmare to browse. One thing that I've heard, and I'm not sure if it's true, that it's not really like a app you're scrolling through the eShop. It's more of like a web browser, so it has a really weird connection, and that's why it's so glitchy and it lags so much. But this has become such a big problem that we have to use an alternative site called DekuDeals.com, and this is everything the eShop should be and more. I mean, it's absolutely a flawless system, and the fact that they have a whole nother website that takes care of this problem and Nintendo doesn't just seems like insane to me. So we have to talk about Joy-Con drift. Probably the biggest problem that the Switch has ever encountered. If you don't know what Joy-Con drift is, it's when you are done using the Joy-Con, like the thumbstick part, your thumbstick kind of just goes wacky and starts moving left, right, up or down. It's crazy. I heard about this and I got my first Switch in 2018 used from a pawn shop, and probably like 2 months later, I noticed that when I was playing Breath of the Wild, I was just like looking from right to left, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then I had to buy a set of Joy-Cons, and they're like $70, and I got my Switch used from a pawn shop. That means I was poor. That means I can't afford new Joy-Cons. I got my Switch used from a pawn shop for $240. I got a set of Joy-Cons for a third of the price of the console I paid for. Crazy enough, I've had 3 Switches since then, and maybe 4 or 5 sets of Joy-Cons. I've only had Joy-Con drift that one time, but that doesn't mean it's not a problem for millions of other people, and I see it all the time to this day. And this piggybacks into the next thing I don't like about the Switch, is the Joy-Cons actually feel super flimsy, and the way they connect. So it's going to be hard to show it on camera, but they feel like they could just snap off at any moment. And another thing, sometimes I'll be playing, and they'll just pop off. You don't even have to press the buttons on the back. This one especially. They just slide right off. That's not good. I've dropped my Switch a couple times because of this. They just feel cheap. Like, I've got some from AliExpress before, and they felt better than this. They felt way better than this. I just continue to use these ones because they're the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, and they're cool to me, but there's so many better alternatives, like different ones that are bigger for bigger hands, ones that feel more durable, ones that feel more like a Steam Deck or something. There's just so many better options out there, and it just seems crazy that we never had a Joy-Con revision in 7 freaking years. So one of the main things with gaming especially in today's gaming universe, zeitgeist, whatever, is multiplayer gaming, online gaming. We want to play games with our friends. This became super popular, at least to me, in the Xbox 360 era. Having a console, almost going into 2024, that does not have built-in voice chat seems absurd at this freaking point. So you must say, well, hey, there has to be some kind of alternative. Yeah, it's the Nintendo app. Do you have the Nintendo app on your phone? If you do, you need to be checked out mentally. Story time again. I got my first Switch. I got Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart, and I grew up in Florida. I wanted to play some Mario Kart with my friends back home in Florida. We all set it up. We're going to play Mario Kart at this time. Add me, do this, do whatever. And we were playing Mario Kart, and we had headsets on, but we couldn't talk to each other. I was like, I guess I bought a broken headset. I was like brand new to the Switch. I didn't understand. And then I asked my friends if their headset is working with other friends, and theirs wasn't working. And I'm like, well, did we all get broken headsets? And then I Googled it, and there's no voice chat. But this was 2018, no big deal. It's almost been 6 freaking years, and there's still no voice chat. Luckily enough, some games do have built-in voice chat. Like, I play Fortnite a lot, and they have built-in voice chat, but that's kind of crappy that the games themselves have to implement it. Like, it doesn't make any freaking sense. In my mind, I'm thinking, is this just a way to push the Nintendo app? Because I can't think of a single reason why there wouldn't be voice chat. And it's just one of those things that makes absolutely no freaking sense. So the next problem wasn't really a problem until this year. And it's because I got a PS4 this year for the first time. And I found it really fun and engaging. The little trophy system. Like, I would be playing random games like Skater XL. And it would be like, you just did a 200-foot grind. And I was like, oh crap, that was really cool. What else can I do? It's like, oh, you just did 500 spins in the air, another trophy. And then I would play God of War, and it was like, oh, you beat all these enemies without getting hit. I was like, oh my god, this is really cool to find these little trophies and achievements. Before having a PS4, I guess it wasn't an issue, but now after experiencing that would be something very, very cool for the Switch to have. Like I said, it's not the biggest issue, but it's just something that I think definitely would work, especially on the Switch. I think for games like the Switch that set out for you to explore and to play games in different ways, like Mario Wonder and Tears of the Kingdom, like, it just makes sense to have a trophy system or an achievement system for games like that. And that's not cool that they don't have it. So until the last year or two, if somebody asked, hey, what apps are on the Switch? I would laugh and say, apps? What are you, a madman? This is the Switch, get out of here. There was YouTube and there was Hulu. And that's it. Now we have Funimation, I think, maybe Crunchyroll. We have Pokemon TV, and that's really it. Netflix, web browser, forget about it. It's just another thing I just don't understand. I would assume that people like Netflix would love to be on the Switch. So where the hell is it? And now there's 1,000 streaming platforms. Paramount Plus, nope, nowhere to be found. Peacock, don't even think about it. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I think they had Twitch on the Switch, but maybe it's being taken away. Maybe I read an article about that. It's just another thing that just doesn't make sense to me. So the next thing at first was a positive thing to me, but the more I used it and the more I thought about it, it became a negative. It became a thing I disliked. And it's that wacky square shape controller thing they have made for the Joy-Con. I guess it has to be square or rectangle, maybe because of the Joy-Con shape, but this is not good. Nintendo, bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm going to put one hand here, and I'm going to put the other hand here. This thing has disappeared. My hands are smashing together in the back. What is this, 2 inches right here? I mean, I guess that's big enough. That's what she said. Alright, for real though, we're getting off track here. Stop. This should be bigger. That's also what she said. Hold on. We gotta get back on track here. Focus. We're being serious right now. If they would extend this and make it more of maybe the Switch shape. I don't know. It doesn't have to be as long as the Switch, but this just seems like it would be fixable or better in 1,000 other ways. Very uncomfortable. I hate using this. The other night I was playing Fortnite. My Switch Pro controller thing died, and I was like, oh, it's okay. I'll slide this on and everything will be fine. It took forever to slide my Switch Joy-Cons off, then pop them back in here and then get my hands adjusted. And by the time I did that, I was already dead. And yeah, I just absolutely hate using this. I'm pretty sure everybody hates using this. I think Nintendo purposely made it uncomfortable so you'll buy a Pro controller. That's a conspiracy I'm just making up, but I don't like it. And then I'm going to throw a couple of things I don't like into one big thing, I guess. And at the core of it all, everything is still way too expensive. Yes, the Switch is kind of on the more affordable side, and it's a home console, and it's a handheld console hybrid thing, and that's cool, but when's the last time the Switch went on sale? Don't worry, I'll give you the answer. And the answer is never. It never went on sale. The Switch Lite, the Switch OLED, and the regular Switch have never ever had a price discount. Ever. Like, you can find them on sale some places from retailers or secondhand, but Nintendo's never done a price decrease ever. And I get it, they're selling incredibly well, but 7 years in, that's freaking wild. Also, the Pro controller is like $70 freaking dollars or something. That's insane for a controller. It's a very comfortable controller, one of my favorite controllers, but I can go get a PS5 controller right now for $50. I can go get an Xbox Series X controller right now for like $45. There's no reason the Pro controller, at least at this point, should still be like $70. And the games, at least first party games, rarely ever go on sale. Like, yes, once a year the eShop around Black Friday will drop games like 10 or 15 bucks. Games are expensive, consoles are expensive, controllers are expensive. Now more and more, this is becoming a luxury for a lot of people around the world. This is why I make sales videos whenever I can, because I want people to be able to enjoy gaming at discounted prices. The Switch is the only console I can think about that they did this at. Like, I can go back all the way since the NES and remember Nintendo doing their own sales and for hardware and for games, and it's just crazy to me that they have not done anything with the Switch. But at the end of the day, I absolutely love this console. And the crazy thing is, this console changed my life. I didn't know back in 2018 when I went and bought a Switch at a pawn shop that it would go on to become like a job for me. I could talk about something I was passionate about and now have subscribers and fans and people who send me fan art and become part of this amazing community. And I wouldn't change a thing besides these things about the Switch, but I wouldn't change how everything happened, I guess I'm saying. And I'm still very thankful for it. It truly changed my life, and that's a crazy thing to say. Like, I can pay some of my bills now and help provide for my children, all from this YouTube channel. And this all came from the Switch and from your support. Now I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what do you love about the Switch? What do you hate about it? I would seriously love to hear from you guys. And remember, there's a link to Discord and Instagram down below. Follow both of those if you could. Become a part of the community. And this weekend on stream, I'll be giving away... I was going to give away a game, but I think I'm going to give away a couple of eShop gift cards. That way you can just get whatever games you guys want. So come join me on stream sometime. But, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.